The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, welcome back, race fans, for show number 2 on a great Wednesday night. American Dirt Series 360 sprint cars getting ready to do battle here. Volusia Speedway Park. Drivers are ready to go. About 2 minutes in the practice session. Said they're going to run it all the way off. We're going to hang with them. We'll let them do that. Don't quite have enough time to get our anthem and invocation in front of them. Show you where they're at, what they're up to. Right here from the 4/10 of a mile, Volusia Speedway Park. Beautiful sunny afternoon in Florida. 15 drivers are ready to go at it. Appreciate these guys working with us to move the Elite 410 series into the early time slot and then moving back to this second time slot. Try to give them a good amount of coverage here. If you're interested in running in the series, get a hold of Cody Olson on Facebook. Let him know. He'll guide you to the right place. If you're here for the first show, you saw a pretty good one. Came down to the last lap. Top 5 were all over each other for all 40 laps. Great racing. Don't forget about tomorrow night, 8 Eastern. Hoosier Open Wheel Series 360 or 410 wingless sprint cars, 410 wingless sprint cars, and then the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. They're getting down to the end of their season. A couple more weeks left in that one. Got about 3 features left in that whole series before they crown a champion. We're down inside the 10-second mark here. We're ready to go racing in just a moment. They'll have qualifying, and then we'll put everybody out there, a couple of heats. Get straight to our 30-lap feature. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver? Shout them out. Definitely tell us where you're watching from. We love to see the worldwide fans. All right, practice has ended. And that means that it is qualifying time. Well, let's see who gets out here first. Steven Fernberg, Miles Jansen. Let's go watch Miles Jansen. 35 car down around the backstretch into 3 and 4. Watch Miles try to get on the clock first here. He is going to go right out to the fence. This lap going to score a 0 time, as I'm pretty sure I saw the right rear bump the fence. And it doesn't matter if you get a 0 or a 2X, you do not get a time. And Jansen actually 14:34, so maybe he just hit that lump of dirt up there. Man, he is flirting with that outside wall, but he is quickest in qualifying right now. Almost 2/10 faster. The back boy, there goes Trevor Royer. The 90 car did not have a good night in the 410s over at Dirt Slingers a little while ago, but Jansen jumps back to the top. We'll see if Royer's got anything on lap number 2 as he streaks across the line. And he is slower on his second lap by a pretty good little margin there. He was about 3/10 slower on lap 2 than he was lap 1. Larry Moody, third quickest. Now Matt Grimm. And Grimm jumps up to a second fast. Here comes Josh Whiteman. Just saw a shout out for Whiteman in the chat. Now Whiteman, 14-14 for Whiteman as he goes P2 in qualifying. Cody Olson on track. The number 6 Dirtco Media House sprint car out of 3 and 4. Olson ninth quick on lap number 1. Does he improve on lap number 2? 47, barely. Picked up a 1/100th. Cameron Pritchard. Let's see what Pritchard can do. We see Pritchard a lot on the network in the 21 car. See him on Sunday nights for sure. Around that first lap was 8th quick. And lap 2, way quicker. 10th faster than everybody else in quick time right now. 14:03. So Cameron Pritchard going to be quick qualifier this evening. Davin Markham not posting time. So that 15th driver we will not see. I think time's going to run out on him. He won't be able to get the laps in anyway. So just waiting on the session to end. We'll get ready to toss a couple of heat races your way. Everybody's going to the feature. 30 laps for that feature tonight. As they get ready. Start gridding cars out on the front stretch. And we're going to see how they line up. It's going to look like this. Quick qualifier for the inning. Cameron Pritchard on the pole for heat number 1 next to Josh Whiteman. Then Trevor Royer inside row number 2 next to David Garman. Steven Fernberg, third row inside. You'll have Jordan McAvoy on his outside. And your fourth and final row for heat 1. Dennis Anderson, the 04 inside. Davin Markham scheduled to be outside. I do see Markham as he jumped in right there. So just elected not to take time. But Markham on the grid. There you go. 43 car, not the 4 car, the 43 car. The 04 on the inside is Anderson. The 43 on the outside of that back row, Davin Markham. Well, there's going to be a couple of guys very familiar to us here on DRN. We see them on Sunday nights, see them on Wednesday nights. Cameron Pritchard, Josh Whiteman. As they get ready to go. One more time around for the pace track. We're going to cut them loose. Two shows for you tomorrow night, and then two shows for you on Sunday as we start the week over. It's two shows each night. We go Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we are looking for something to fill in on Tuesday nights currently. Could be some big blocks or some UMPs coming from the Dirt Slingers. Not sure. They are still talking about that. But the pace truck, head of the infield. Heat number 1 about to get underway.
Green flag, green flag.
Pritchard. Good jump right at the onset. Whiteman's got company side by side. He's on the top. Royer was on the bottom. Whiteman going to grab the spot as they go through 3 and 4 with Pritchard out in front. Then Whiteman, Royer, Garmin, Fernberg, Anderson, McAvoy, and Markham. Past us on the front stretch. Whiteman not letting Pritchard get too far away right now. Royer, Garmin, Fernberg, Anderson. McAvoy and Markham battling it out back there. I think Davin Markham has taken the 43 car to the infield. Problems with that car, probably why he didn't qualify. Royer trying to reel in Whiteman. Garmin still sitting in the 4th spot. Started in 4th. He stayed right there. The top 5 have not changed. Where they started is where they run. Anderson picked up a spot, and McAvoy took the car to the infield as well. He loses a spot. It has been Cameron Pritchard since we dropped the green flag. Through 3 and 4. 2 to go that time by, and Pritchard just right up by the fence. Getting into 1 and 2. Does not do that down here in 3 and 4. He'll get to the white flag. And he is right up there. That fence bumps out right there in turn number 1. And he puts that right rear so close, I swear he's got to be rubbing the letters off the outside of those Hoosier tires. But he wins Heat 1. Whiteman 2nd, Royer 3rd, Garmin in 4th, Fernberg 5th, and then Dennis Anderson 6th. So Heat 1 into the books. Get ready to look at Heat number 2. You're going to line them up like this. The 35 of Miles Jensen will start on pole next to Matt Grimm. Grimm in the 91. Larry Moody, the 73, inside row number 2 next to Chad Cody. Cody, the 11. Olson, 6 car. Watched him into qualifying session. He'll start inside row number 3 next to Steven Lindau. Lindau in the 214. And then the 111 of Ryan Olson going to start shotgun on our final heat race this evening. Chad Cote, the 11 car on the outside of the row right there. You see the 6 and the 214. The 2 you can barely see. It's in the 1 up there. We flip us around. Maybe we can get a better look here. Yeah, the 2 is in the 1. So the 214 looks like the 14 car, but the number 2 kind of hidden up there in the number 1 on the side of that wing. Ready to get them going right here. Well, maybe next time around. Next time around, we're giving them the 1 to go this time. Heat race here, maybe a couple minutes of warm up, and then the boys going to get ready to get at it for 30 laps in the feature. Jansen and Grimm going to get us started down here in turn number 4. All right, pace truck. We'll duck off right about here. Just waiting on Miles Jansen. Now Jansen.
Green, green, green.
Good on the throttle, and Moody timed him up perfect. Moody's going to move to the inside. He had second getting into 1 and 2. Can he keep it coming out of 2? Side by side with Matt Grimm. So battle for second. There's 4 cars there right there, side by side. As Moody grabs second, Grimm to third, and now Cody into 4th, and then Cody Olsen. The 6th car going to sit in that 5th spot, and he's watching a battle contact, and I'm pretty sure that was some warp. As we lose Chad Cody, he goes all the way upside down, lands on his wheels. He's going to eject and get to the pits quickly. Jansen out of 4. 5 laps to go. Grimm still second. Olsen found the fence in turn 2 right there. That car might be damaged, may have some suspension damage. He was wiggling around down the straightaway to see. He let Larry Moody get around him. Now he's going to go slider line again in 1 and 2. Really pitches the car sideways, and Moody sat the car down in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and he drove right back around. So keep Moody in the top 3. We keep watching these two right here. It's Jansen by half a second over Grimm. Oh, Larry Moody with a big blink down the back stretch. These two teammates, for a very long time, still friends. They still talk a lot, but that time looked like Olsen went for the slider, and he grabbed the spot momentarily, but Moody right back with the crossover. We're going to do this again down here in 1 and 2. I think Olsen just needs for the car to sit, squat, and stick right there, and he may be able to hang on. He did a pretty good job of getting in there in 1 and 2. Now Moody going to go late on it. White flag in the air. Jansen 1 full second out in front. We're watching the battle for third. Yeah, that was the checkered flag, not the white. I see the white dot. It looks like the white flag. So it was Jansen picking up the win. Grimm was second, then Olsen, Moody, third and fourth. The guys going to have a couple of minutes to get some warm-up in here. We're going to pay a bill real fast. When we come back, it'll be feature time. All right, big thank you to all the sponsors of the Dirt Racing Network. The driver's going to work the track a little bit, see if we can bring 2 grooves of racing back as we get ready for our 30-lap A main. Cameron Pritchard. Gonna have to put a weight penalty or something in that car. That guy has just been fast every time he has been in one of the shows around here. Just too quick. You can see all that dark dirt up along the fence there. Drivers throwing all the goofballs up there along the outside fence. That's still got moisture in it. If you can get up there and get your right rear set down on that, there's a lot of grip. And guys can make some passes up there on the top shelf like that. All right, warm-up session about to close out. We're going to go straight to our feature. 30 green flag laps. Got about 15 drivers. It's going to be a good one. See who picks up the win this evening. All right. Drivers starting to grin out. Let's show you what that starting lineup looks like. Going to be Pritchard and Jansen on the front row. That should be a heck of a battle. We'll see who has the big advantage, and if whoever gets out front can be run down by one of these other drivers. Josh Whiteman and Matt Grimm in row 2. Trevor Royer and Larry Moody making up a row 3. Row 4, David Garman and Cody Olson. Then Fernberg and Lindau in the 5th row. Anderson and Olson in row 6. Markham and Cote in row number 7. And Jordan McAvoy going to start shotgun. Do not see McAvoy's car. I'm not sure if he's going to make it out. We know we have 14. 30 laps is the official distance. Drivers rolling off of the starting grid on the front stretch. They'll get a couple of pace laps. Green flag will drop. Feature time for the American Dirt Series. 360 sprint cars. All right, ready to go green. The next time out of 3 and 4. Pritchard, Jansen, Grimm, Whiteman, Royer, Moody, the front 3 rows. Moody did hang on for that 3rd place finish in the second heat officially as he starts outside of row number 3. I thought Olsen got him at the line, but he didn't get around him until after the scoring loop. So, pace truck ready to make the hard left turn down into the infield in turn number 4. There he goes, ready for the green flag.
Green, green, green.
And Pritchard on the throttle. Jansen timed him up pretty good. Single file through the top 4. Then they're 3 wide behind that as Royer, Moody, and Grimm are all side by side. Get that sort of sorted out now through 1 and 2. Whiteman trying to work on Jansen. Jansen went for the slider line on lap number 2 in turns 1 and 2. You see Trevor Royer locked in down to the bottom. They're almost 3 wide again for that second spot.
All right, man.
Caution the first time. We're not even sure who this is for. Might be Chad Cody, but we're not exactly sure. Well, here we go. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chad Cody had a big problem. Let's just go back here. We'll see what happened to him. Yeah, he got it up on the fence. The right rear found the fence, and he's coming right to the living room. Woo, yeah. So, bad break for Chad. It's still Pritchard. Then it's Jansen second. Royer up to third. Whiteman fourth. Moody fifth. Grimm, Olson. That's Cody Olson. Garmin, Fernberg, Lindau, Markham. Ryan Olson in 12th. Anderson. And then both Cody and McAvoy on the hook and out of here. Well, hello, Greg. You're going to spread them out 2 by 2. Get ready for the restart. Still 26 laps remaining. Thirteen drivers still on the track. Everybody's still in the lead lap. We only got 3 laps in, so 27 laps remaining. So we'll get ready to start lap number 4 here. Pace truck headed to the infield. There goes Cameron Pritchard again. And this time Trevor Royer didn't get a great start as Jansen's able to hang on. He ran right through the middle of 1 and 2, and Royer was going to go slider line, I think, and he really had to check the car down. Whiteman now working on the outside of Larry Moody. That's for 4th place. And Josh Whiteman going to take the spot easily, and he's going to probably stay locked in on the top. We'll see if Royer can hang on as Whiteman starts to charge back to the front. Fell back in the early going, and now after the caution, looks like he's going to try to make his way back to the front. Big blink out of him right there. Single file through most of the field. Pritchard out in front. Jansen still second. Good gap between second and third. Trevor Royer and Josh Whiteman battling over that spot. Larry Moody's in 5th. Cody Olson up to 6th, and then Matt Grimm right behind that. So now Whiteman goes to the inside out of 4 down the front stretch. Can he hang on to the spot? He's got it by 1 car. Heading into 3 and 4. Moody and Royer very close quarters racing down in 3 and 4. And they were almost 3 wide at the line, but Whiteman back to 3rd. Here comes Moody. He's working the inside of Royer. Larry Moody making a bid for a podium finish early in this one. Still 21 to go. Pritchard 3/4 of a second out in front. Cameron Pritchard gets up into that fluffy stuff I was talking about before we went to the feature tonight. Right along the fence right there in the middle of 1 and 2. And now goes to the very top at the exit of 4. Gets some good bite coming forward. Ooh. Miles Jansen still in second. He's trying to follow that line, and Whiteman's running a little different line, and Whiteman kind of closing in on Jansen. Jansen got a good run that time, picked it back up to 2 or 3 car lengths. The battle behind that is very intense. 4th place, Trevor Royer trying to hold off Larry Moody and Cody Olson, and he got a pretty good run out of 2, and he opens up the gap. Now he's going right back after Whiteman. Ooh, Whiteman going to run up to the very top, covered up Royer's line. Saw him closing in. We'll see if Trevor goes to the very top, makes anything happen down here in 3 and 4. Whiteman now back to the middle. Royer off the top of 2, pulls alongside, and I think the top side is going to start to show some muscle here. Pritchard almost 2 seconds out in front. Jansen. Now Royer, your top 3. Whiteman still 4th. Moody is 5th. Oh, Larry Moody with problems down in 1 and 2. Oh, he blinked out. That's what happened. Larry Moody blinking all over the place. Cody Olson now is going to take over that 5th spot. But Pritchard inside the halfway mark. Now down. It's going to be 13 to go this time by. Cameron Pritchard, 1.45. He's lost a couple of tenths. You can see Miles Jansen right through the middle. Both ends of the track. And Trevor Royer running up on the very top. And Royer starting to close the gap. Oh, got too close to the wall. Royer's out of here. That's going to change some things. Going to put Josh Whiteman back in the catbird seat. He'll have Larry Moody tucked in behind as Moody shows back up. All of this happening 3 seconds behind your leader as Pritchard already inside. 10 to go, headed down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Feature going by very quickly. Pritchard catching lap cars. I think that's Ryan Olson right in front, the 111. Olson keeping it locked in on the bottom. Pritchard right up in that fluffy stuff at the top. There's a lot of grip up there. He's out to almost 2 full seconds over Miles Jansen. Whiteman another 1.7 seconds behind Jansen. So third place, the only real contested position on the track right now. And Moody inching his way closer and closer. Shows him the front wing down in 1 and 2. Inside 6 to go, going to be 5 to go. Wave lap time coming at him. There goes Moody, shows him the whole car that time. Gets a good bite on the exit of turn 2. He's going to go by down in 3 and 4. Slid up the hill, had to really roll off the throttle. And man, Larry Moody is finding forward bite on the exit of these corners. He is going to take away the podium spot from Josh Whiteman. Inside 5 to go. We're coming down to 4 this time. Lap car right in front of the battle for third. It's Pritchard by 2.1 over Jansen. Jansen by 1.6 over this battle right here. This Larry Moody, the 73. Josh Whiteman, the 24. Cody Olson in the 6. And Whiteman got trapped behind the lap car. Lost about a car length to Moody as they're down to 2.5 laps to go. Pritchard out of turn number 4. Will streak across the line. 2 laps remaining. Going to see if Larry Moody can hang on for a podium finish here tonight with the ADS 360 Sprint Cars. Pritchard under the white flag one more time around. Pritchard already off turn 2 down the backstretch, and Cameron Pritchard cruising easily to the victory tonight at Volusia Raceway Park. Jansen second, and it looks like Moody is going to hang on for third place tonight. Whiteman and Olson 4th and 5th. We're going to talk to our top 3. We'll bring them around, get them over here on the front stretch so we can chat with them. Pritchard and Jansen already around. I'm not sure Larry Moody knows where to take the car for interviews. We usually take the cars to the front stretch for interviews, and we definitely stay in them. But we'll talk to Larry Moody nonetheless as he finishes third tonight. Larry, what are you up to, buddy?
Hi, Roger.
Did you get lost on the way to the podium?
Yeah, I'm not used to that. It's few and far between.
Well, great run. You battled really hard for that with Whiteman and Olson right there, man. How was the feature tonight?
It was fun racing with these guys. It was, it's nice to, to run up front. So I'm just happy with it.
Yeah, it looked like you were able to get a lot of bite on the exit of the corners. A lot of the guys weren't. What were you doing different than everybody else?
I don't know. That's where I feel most comfortable, and it's where I work at the most, is trying to run the middle and finding a better way to come off the throttle and stay smooth. And, sometimes it works out for me.
Well, an awesome run nonetheless. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a great podium finish tonight.
I just thank Cody for putting on the show and for getting you involved in the broadcast, man. It's always fun.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and congrats again.
All right, man. Thanks.
Larry Moody finishing third. We will get ready to go down here. We'll talk to second place Miles Jensen momentarily. There we go. Now we got Miles. Miles, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you did a lot of chasing tonight of that 21 car, but the 35 looked pretty strong. Tell us about the feature.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting sick of running behind Cameron. He's fast pretty much everywhere we go, and I knew that if I had somebody to beat tonight, it was gonna be Cameron, and that's how it ended up playing out. He just ran the top better than I did. I tried making the middle work. I tried making the bottom work. I tried making the top work. I couldn't do nothing. Cameron was just outdrove me, but I'll take the second place. Nothing to hang my head about.
No, it looked like things were getting pretty thin at the top, especially late in the thing. And in one where that fence bumps out, how tough is it to negotiate? Getting in there and not bumping the fence and keeping the car kind of underneath you, being able to put your right rear right on where that thin line of stick is.
Yeah, I was watching Cameron do it pretty much the entire race, and I tried getting up there a couple times, and I ran most of the race running kind of entering a lane off and letting the car slide up into that cushion. But it was getting to the point where I was like, I'm gonna wreck a bunch of stuff if I keep this up. And the middle was actually pretty good. I found a pretty good rhythm in the middle, and then I kind of tried the top there again at the end, see if I could reel in Cameron. But yeah, it definitely was nerve-wracking running the top up there in 1 and 2.
Well, a great run nonetheless. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ryback Companies and then Fortune Dirt, the guys at Fortune Dirt. They're a bunch of great guys, helped me out a ton. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, congrats again. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back on track next week.
Yep, absolutely.
Your second place finisher tonight, Miles Jensen. And now we'll talk to the guy he spent the entire night chasing and wasn't nobody catching him. And this guy's been in the booth a lot the last few weeks. Cameron Pritchard, man, you're becoming a fixture up here. Another great run.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, finding the 21 car at the front of these, sprint car shows on a multi-night weekly basis. Man, what are you doing that makes you so good?
Yeah, it's more just Dean Gertie for setting up the set than the car. So, if you don't have somebody that sets up the car good, you can't drive it. So it's 50% the setup and 50% the driver. He does his part, so I got to do mine and just bring her home.
Well, it was 50% to over 2 seconds, man, and lap traffic barely played a part in this thing. You led it from flag to flag. Looked like you were on a Sunday drive. Was the car really that easy for you to handle out there tonight on this slick old track?
The track was very, very tricky. I seen the middle was pretty good there in the start, but I didn't want to try it there just in case he got by me and I had to pass him back. So, but the entry one, I just didn't want to tap the wall or flip it over. So I just kept cutting it short, and then in 1 and 2, 3 and 4, I just went through the marbles and then caught that fat patch, and it just launched me down the front straightaway. So just had a better line figured out. I knew that could probably be the rest of the race, or pedal the middle or go to the bottom. But Dave said I was keep gapping him, so I just kept just take it easy up there. He said he had a 2-second gap with like 5 to go, so I just took it easy up there just to not flip her.
Well, an awesome run. I'm sure you got a few shout-outs, and we'll let you pop the cork on the champagne tonight.
Just got to thank Tribune Performance Industries, Falcon Brothers Trucking for sponsoring the car, and then Dirty Sets for sponsoring as well, and then just the whole team at Dirty South. Greg Leonard, Tommy Scott, Dave Souza for spotting, and Dean Gertie for being the manager and everything, I guess you could call it, and building all the sets and helping us out. Wouldn't be here unless it was for them.
All right, man. Congrats on the win, and I look forward to seeing you Sunday night.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a winner tonight, Cameron Pritchard. Like I said, becoming a fixture up here, getting a lot of attention, that 21 car, and he's earning it for sure. Let's take a look at the results. Pritchard wins it. Jansen was second, Moody third, Whiteman in fourth, Olson fifth. Grimm was sixth, Lindau seventh, Fernberg eighth, ninth, Anderson. Ryan Olson was 10th, Cody 11th, 12th to Garmin, Royer 13th, Markham 14th, and McAvoy rounded out the field. Quick one tonight. Fun show. Congrats to the top three, Pritchard, Jensen, and Moody. Awesome run. They'll be back again next week. Don't forget about Sunday night back-to-back shows. Midwest Dirt Racing, the Street Stocks. Round number 2 of their winter 2022-23 season. I believe Zach Krieger will be back on the call for that. And then the Down Dirty Outlaws. About 9:30 Eastern Time. 9 o'clock Eastern Time. They kick off. So overlapping shows, but be sure that you mark your calendars, tune in. But go to the Facebook page, the Dirt Racing Network, like, share, and follow. If you're over on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, make sure you subscribe. We know you guys can watch this stuff anywhere. We appreciate when you watch it here. For everybody, the Dirt Racing Network, we appreciate you greatly.